Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create the Spellcaster's mansion. And I just want to give a quick thank you to EA and the Game Changer Network for making this video possible. And today we will be using the new Realm of Magic game pack coming out on Tuesday, September 10th. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it will be up in the gallery soon. I'll be posting it on Tuesday when the pack actually comes out around 10 AM Pacific Standard Time. So I will come back here and leave a link in the description to the online gallery if you want to go ahead and download the build that way. If not, my origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So like I said, this is called a Spellcaster's mansion, and I built this in Glimmerbrook on the 40 by 30 lot, and this build has 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, and it came in at 212,382 simoleons. And then for the packs I used all the expansions apart from Island Living and Get to Work. And then for the game packs I used Realm of Magic, Strangerville, Jungle Adventure, Parenthood, Vampires and Outdoor Retreat. And I didn't use any stuff packs, it was just expansions and game packs today. I did do that thing where I go back through at the end of recording to see if there's any packs I can take out, which I didn't really use that much. And I did do that for a couple. So for example, from Island Living, I only used the bin from that pack, so I went ahead and removed that. And then there are some packs that included, such as Parenthood, but if you don't have that, it's really not going to make a difference, because all I use from there is the dish rack, as well as like a little makeup like clutter item for one of the dressers in one of the bedrooms. So that's all I use from that pack as well. So it's worth, if you don't have some of those packs, kind of having a look through and seeing which ones you don't have and what items you use from those, because on the gallery it does tell you which items from what pack are being used, which is great. So before we kind of talk more about the build, I'm going to give you my opinions of the pack. As you know, I do this, well actually, first of all, if you're new to my channel today and you don't know who I am, my name's Thomas and my channel here is called Thomas TV, where I make a range of different Sims 4 speed builds mainly. And because of that, when I do early access videos, a lot of the time all I do is speed builds for the pack. So within those speed builds, instead of doing like an overview of the pack and giving my opinions there, I just put it into one of my speed builds, and that's what we're going to do here today. So keep in mind when I give you my opinions of the pack in just a second, that it is just specific to build mode. I haven't had a look at Creator Sim, I haven't done any gameplay yet at all, so I've got no opinions on that, just build mode, which I have had a lot of experience with so far. So overall, honestly, I'm not that too impressed with the build mode items, and it's been a similar sort of thing that I've heard from other game changers and also my friend Yorkie, because we were talking a lot as we're doing early access videos about the pack, and there's just not really any build mode items that I liked. Now, I'm one of those people in real life that don't really have any interest at all in Harry Potter and magic and all that sort of stuff, so going into this pack to begin with, I wasn't really that excited for it as much as some people, because I just wasn't really too sure what I was going to do, because like I said, I don't really have any interest in this sort of thing, and to come up with build ideas for something that I'm not that excited for was a bit of a challenge. But I put that mindset aside to kind of do these videos, because I know a lot of people will be interested in seeing the new pack and how build mode is in it, so I still wanted to do some videos with it. So the thing about me not really liking the items in the pack isn't so much to do with them not being a good style or anything, or not have that much thought into them by the team. It's more of just me, and it's not really my build style. It's not like a interior furnishing style that I would choose from a speed build, so that's really the only reason why I don't like the items. But kind of putting that aside as well, I also felt like the items in general for build mode were quite just lackluster really, in terms of not being that many of them. I had a bit of kind of trouble trying to find like new items to use. I just felt like just generally when I kind of filtered out all the other items to just look at Realm of Magic, there wasn't a whole bunch of them. And I know again some people have said that same thing, so if build mode is the thing that you love to do and it's the thing that you do the most like me, then probably I wouldn't say that Realm of Magic is worth the money. But saying that again, I've seen lots of amazing things about gameplay, so if you're more of a game player, then definitely go ahead and consider it, because it is much better, I would say, than build mode. But personally, as a builder, I don't think I'll be using this in any of my future speed builds, unless it's like something like for Halloween or something. So overall, my opinions of the pack aren't that positive, but keep in mind it isn't really a theme that I'm that interested in anyway, so that's kind of why my opinions are more focused that way. But so keep that in mind. If you're somebody that really likes Harry Potter, then maybe don't only listen to my opinion before making a kind of decision if you want to buy the pack or not. So overall, if you're somebody that isn't really interested in Harry Potter, magic and all that sort of stuff, and you're primarily a builder, then probably I would maybe consider other pack getting rather than this one. But yeah, so more about the build. Like I said, it has 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. There's one single bed downstairs at the front of the build, where it's kind of more like a guest room, that one, because it's like I don't always do, you know, downstairs bedrooms, so I thought since it's kind of separate from the other ones, that could be the master. And then there are some upstairs, and there's also 2 in the basement as well. And also in the basement it is kind of like the Spellcaster's secret room where they've got their cauldron and do all their potions and stuff in there. So I wanted to go ahead and include that, since, you know, it is a kind of thing that everybody knows about the pack. It's one of the main features. And then we've got this kind of separate sort of building here on the right hand side of the home, where I do go ahead and put the living room in. It's actually a really big living room. I was going to maybe kind of change it into sort of like more bedrooms in there, but I decided to make this a living room since there wasn't really the space for it in the main part of the house anyway, so I did go ahead and do that here. And it does have a nice big grand piano in it as well. There isn't actually any TVs in this build. I thought that wouldn't, you know, really fit the theme that well. So I just went ahead and used the new fireplace here, which I really love. And kind of just mentioning about that fireplace just reminded me odd about something. When I was talking about my opinions before, I didn't mention this, but I do actually think that the items themselves are really nice in terms of lots of detail, especially that fireplace. That's why it reminded me, because it has a nice kind of mirror effect on it too. So, you know, there is lots of nice things about the pack in terms of how the build kind of items are made itself in terms of detail, but again, just keep in mind what I said before. And what I also noticed as well during building is that if you have Strangerville, that is actually a really good pack to kind of combine with this. So maybe if you're thinking of, you know, 2 other packs to buy, then maybe go for these 2, because I have noticed that a lot of the items work really well in terms of the general theme and how the build mode items themselves look. So for example, from Strangerville, I did use a few rugs from that pack, or is it 1 rug from that pack? I can't really remember, but I used one of the bigger rugs and changed up the colour swatches a few times from that pack, so just fit really nicely with the kind of theme and the colour swatches of the items from Realm of Magic, so went ahead and did that. And yeah, so I was just saying before how I didn't put a TV in, but I did go ahead and put a computer desk up here, because I thought that'd be a nice little addition, since, you know, there is no TV and it'll just give your Sims something to do in terms of entertainment. One problem I did have with this build actually was in terms of like the outdoor space, like the landscaping in the backyard area. I wasn't really too sure what to do with it. I wasn't too sure if it's, I mean, I guess this is a family home, but it's not really something that I felt like, you know, doing nice greenhouses and nice big pool area and a hot tub would be that, you know, sort of fitting for Glimmerbrook. So I didn't go ahead and do that, but, you know, feel free to add that in if you want to. Just kind of, you know, taking in mind the surroundings of the area and stuff like that. I just didn't really think it would look that right on the exterior, but, you know, of course, feel free to go ahead and add those in. This world actually reminds me a lot of Forgotten Hollow in a way, in terms of just how the lighting works, because it's a very interesting light during the day. I don't really know how to describe it really, just sort of dark during the day, like it's if it was like overcast, but it's not. That's the sort of lighting it's got here. And also I had a really weird glitch with this since we're, well, 2 glitches since the update. One of them is the columns, as you probably saw, like the extend up the walls too far. There's a really easy fix for that. You can either just, you know, click on them and change the colour swatch of them, or if you just get the foundation and like move it up or down 1 sort of level, and then kind of undo it to bring it back to how it was, that'll fix the column glitch. And also as well, I noticed that the lighting in this world is kind of washed out in a way. Like when I was doing the train paints, they were very, very pale, so I'm hoping that gets fixed in an upcoming update as well, because I was having so much trouble trying to find a train paint to use today. But it was just down to the fact that the lighting was a little bit weird. And yeah, so what I was saying before about like the outdoor stuff in terms of landscape and everything, because I kind of went on a tangent and forgot to talk about what I was actually talking about. So I didn't, you know, make like the hot tub and all that stuff I was talking about, but I did go ahead and put a pool in. But to kind of make it sort of blend in a little bit more with the surroundings, I kind of put that really sort of dirty water from Get Together in it. And then I also went ahead and put a few fountains here and there. There's actually a new actual fountain item from the pack as well, which I went ahead and put in the front. And I also actually made like a fountain up myself too. And then for the landscaping, originally I was going to make it fairly like basic and sort of very run down and like not really that manicured or anything, but I ended up actually making the landscape look kind of nice. So I did use a lot of pink flowers, and I thought it's sort of like a little bit of an odd thing to put in, but in a good way, because it kind of adds like a little bit of mystery, I think, to Glimmerbrook. It's sort of like having a really eerie looking town And then you sort of have like a, not really a rundown looking house, but it does look old. But then you do have very nice landscaping and stuff, but you also have very kind of old and mucky water in the pools and fountains. So I feel like all those combinations of really like nice things and not so nice things and eerie things make like a really interesting story to what the Sims living here could have. So if you do have any storyline ideas for that, then let me know. I tend to do a lot of builds thinking of like a storyline in mind, but I don't really develop it that much. So if you do have you know, an idea for that, then let me know. And I also went ahead and made like a little driveway area here on the right hand side of the home. I wasn't going to make a garage because I didn't really think that looked that right. Actually, it would have probably looked alright because it is a big driveway, like in the actual world, like leading up to the lot, as you can kind of see. So I suppose having a garage wouldn't look that bad because it's like actual driveway for the like a road. So I suppose you could add that in if you want to, but I just left it open here. And then I went ahead and at the end added in a few cars from debug menu, the live edit objects. I just went ahead and did that. I did that off screen though because, you know, it's just going into debug and picking out the 2 cars. So here we are working on the backyard area. I do still think we have the basement to do. I know we're kind of working on things in a little bit of random order, but sometimes I just tend to do that. And I didn't show you all the landscaping for the backyard area here because it's really just the same thing as the front garden. I just sort of, I just kind of have a same like theme going throughout a whole build in terms of landscaping, so I don't always show you the full thing. I might just show you the front of it, or you know, little parts here and there instead of showing the same thing because it's really just kind of repetitive. So as you can see, there's the pool area. I did go ahead and do a little outdoor table there, as you can see, just so your Sims can actually enjoy the outside. It just felt a little bit weird, like nicely decorating the exterior of the build, so I didn't really go ahead and do that too much. I just kind of filled up the back of the lot with lots of big trees and stuff. So another note as well, if you don't know, I do actually have a Realm of Magic giveaway going on right now. It does end on Tuesday, so tomorrow at 10 AM Pacific Standard Time, so make sure you go ahead and enter it if you want to be in the chance of winning a copy of the game. And I will, like I said, it will end at 10 AM when the pack actually comes out, so you can play it, you know, when it comes out, and I'll message the winner then. And then tomorrow as well, I will also have one more video with Realm of Magic, which will be another home, so that'll be coming up tomorrow. I haven't actually started building that yet. I've just need to get around to it. I've had a lot going on today, so hopefully I can get that done for tomorrow. And that's all I have planned for Realm of Magic, because, you know, like I was saying, how that kind of just what I mentioned about my opinions of the pack earlier. I'm not going to repeat them all again, but you know, just with not being that impressed with build mode, it kind of made it a little bit difficult to think of lots of build ideas personally, and also my sort of lack of interest in the theme made it hard to just generally build with the pack and think of ideas. I have been mentioning the last couple of weeks how I have been struggling to think of ideas with the pack, so that's why you're only going to see 2 speed builds, but feel free to still suggest ideas. I have, you know, lots of people have been suggesting ideas. I haven't really just, like, I always ask for ideas, but if I'm not really wanting to do it myself, then I won't do it. I'll always add it to my list, but sometimes in the moment when I need to build something and I see the idea, it might not be what I want to build in that moment, if that makes sense. So still suggest things and I'll add them to my list and see what I can do. But yeah, so we're just finishing off the basement here and we'll be heading on to the screenshots, so I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build, and also let me know what are your opinions on Realm of Magic. You can go ahead and download this build from the gallery from tomorrow. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!